assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. Kings trail by 9 on the floor for Sacramento. Gay and Landry are the forward pair. Collison is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Evans in at the center position. And McLemore kicks to Collison. A three-pointer is right on target. Collison's got 7 points. Banks checked in for Darren Collison. Small forwards on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. In the third spot, Paul George.
And that tells you about those players' ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of shooting percentage.
But you also have to have an excellent outside shot, and all of them do it. Small forward, you have to be reliable from the perimeter as well. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark. Carl Landry out of Purdue, 6'9" power forward. Gifted low post scorer and offensive rebounder, but his lack of reach does limit him defensively at times.
George double-teamed, 5 to shoot. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for West. And it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey. And then for Sacramento, Hollins is checked in, and Andre Miller has subbed in for Ben McLemore.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Outside Banks. He tries for 3. That's good. Banks has got his second bucket tonight. Pacers leading by 4. Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay. Adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thanks, Doris. 6 on the shot clock. Watson's shot is good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
It's Banks with the drive.
A moment here now to see how the numbers stack up for George. He's averaging 23 points per game. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate. And that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve. Someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Donald Sloan's checked in for George Hill. George against Gay. And George kicks to Sloan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Banks passes to Hollins. Outside Banks, and it's Miller penetrating. Takes the 12-footer and hits. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. Watson dishes to Allen. To the paint. And George kicks to Sloan. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, for Paul George, his leap last season, not just about accentuating his strengths, but also cutting back on the negative plays, in particular, lowering his fouls and turnovers while he was on the floor.
The Kings making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And for Paul George, forcing the pass when it wasn't there.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that he really has to tighten up on. He had this terrible habit of throwing this one-handed bowling bounce pass that never found its target. So, PG, if you're listening, get rid of that bounce pass for me, Clark.
He's not only listening, he's playing. He's playing the game right now.
He's the real deal, though. He's one of the more enjoyable guys to watch and to hang out with.
Gay drives in.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Pacers leading by 6. Pass to Hibbert. Can't hit. And the Kings going the other way now. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
Clock at 6. George passes to Hibbert. Good. And the Pacers lead by 8.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
First quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
And how about the defense, guys? They have really controlled the lane with their shot blocking.
Yeah, excellent defense there. Every shot has either been altered or rejected.
On the court for Sacramento. Up front it's Thompson and Cousins. Collison is out there with Skinny. And it's McLemore in at the small forward. Here's Banks. Good on the jump shot. Banks has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Kings. Indiana leading by 6. West a screen on Collison. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Right there, West used that ample frame of his to open up space for the shooter. Solid screen.
Banks dishes to Cousins. Banks kicks to Cousins. To the wing on the left. McLemore, the pass to Banks. Jacks up a 3. That's good. Banks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and he had to get that shot off quickly because the defense was all over him.
Yeah, that's the key, Steve. The quick trigger. Any hesitation, and that shot gets blocked.
And it's West missing. The Kings trail by 5. In the corner, Collison with it. Back to Banks. From beyond the arc, it's rebounded by West. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Rodney Stuckey the bucket on the assist by George. Stuckey's got his second basket of the game. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at Chicago. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Indiana Pacers. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Looking at Indiana, they've still managed a lot of positive results this season, but maybe not just as much success as they had in mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you had asked them before the season where they expected to be in the standings at this point, I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
Outside Hill. In the corner, George with it. It's back to Hill. Collison against Stuckey. It's stolen by McLemore. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Banks.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And George, here we go. Stuckey kicks to Hill. Off target with his 3. The Kings trail by 5. Here's Banks. They grab their own miss. McLemore dishes to Banks. Outside Collison. Back to Banks. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by West. West has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. The top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
And some changes here for the Kings. Evans, he's checked in for Thompson. And so that brings the first half to a close. Indiana out.
Well, David, a great first.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Here's Collison. 14 points for him. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Shot clock at 6, and once again off the mark by Sacramento. Thanks, check in. Kings. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Skinny. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Stuckey can't get it to go.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Gay, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Gay's got 10.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. West setting the pick for Stuckey, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Indiana, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77% collectively.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line. Carl Landry parlayed a strong season with the Warriors in 2013 into a 4-year deal with the Sacramento Kings. He missed the first half of the season with a hip injury, but when healthy, he's instant offense.
And Landry, an efficient scorer throughout his career, has a knack for finding angles to finish inside over bigger defenders. And has that terrific pump fake that he uses to create openings and work himself to the line.
Here's George. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Banks kicks to McLemore. And here's Gay outside. That's good. Gay's got 5 points in the quarter. And Landry reliable at the free throw line. A good shooter overall with range out to about 20 feet.
And he's working to add that three-pointer to his game as well, Kevin. Those corner threes, the shortest ones you can take. I think that would add to his arsenal tremendously.
Here's Banks. And another 3 for Sacramento.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
West setting the pick for Stuckey. Out to the wing. West against Landry. Shoots from the baseline. No good from West.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Banks against Hill. To the left wing. And it's Rodney Stuckey with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
George passes to Hill. From the stripe. Offensive rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Good on the second free throw. For Sacramento, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Landry, a screen on Hill. It's Banks with the drive. Clock at 6. For the lead. And the shot is good. Banks has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Sacramento.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
George against Gay. And George, here we go.
You know, the league doesn't always update players' heights after they enter the league. Paul George, 6'10" after a late growth spurt following his rookie season in the NBA.
And Paul George with great athleticism and fluidity at his side.
Yeah, he makes it really look easy. He's a very gifted athlete, extremely quick, and not only a foot, but his hands are quick too. He's not just a scorer or defender. I mean, he's got a chance to be one of the best do-it-all players in the league as he continues to grow as a passer and ball handler. Rebounding, he's one of the best at his position right now.
Hill drives in. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Hill against Banks. Off the pick. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. West has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Hill. Back to Stuckey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
That's good.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
George with no one around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's Banks with the drive. He nails it, and we're tied up. Banks has got 11 points in the quarter. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hill kicks to Stuckey. Picked by West. Baseline J on the way. And again, it's Rodney Stuckey.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
It's Banks with the drive. For the lead. It's rebounded by Indiana. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that game was how dominant they were on the boards.
Well, it's impossible not to see that domination. Based on the numbers, it was really lopsided in the rebounding battle.
Out to the wing. McLemore dishes to Cousins. Up top, McLemore. And he uses the glass on the layup. McLemore's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You could see that there.
For the lead, Rodney Stuckey pulls it in. Stuckey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hill passes to Stuckey. West setting the pick for Stuckey. Shoots off the screen. It's rebounded by Banks. The Kings have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. And it's Hill. That time the assist from Mahinmi. And 12 points for Hill.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
The shot's good from Banks.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Outside, George. Outside, Hill. This one for 3, and that one's good. And it's 13 points in the game for Stuckey.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Banks kicks to Cousins. The dish to McLemore. Passes it to Evans. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. So
I like it. I like it.
All day long.
Donald Sloan's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. So it's the Kings taking the win in this one.
Well, Rudy, congrats.
Why you tripping? We just pulled out a nice little win.
Tripping. No, act like this game was never in doubt. It was a lot closer than it should have been. That's the problem. We weren't taking it serious enough. Like, we could just show up and win. One thing I know for certain, you take something for granted in the NBA and it all goes away.
Boy, stop. Man, you know what? When I check my online feed in the morning, you know what this game gonna look like? A blowout. Boat race, nail biter. Man, it don't matter. They all go in the same column with the W. Man, you need to quit taking yourself so seriously. Learn how to take these wins when they come. Enjoy it, man. For real. Tripping.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust around, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just swing to the left, swing to the right. Make it feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust around in the place, y'all. Feel real good, y'all. Flip mode is the squad. In the place, y'all. Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Floss like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my team stacking my ones. Floss a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, I said of every day I was born. Never dream I see it landscape in my lawn. Dangerous, be accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate. Hey yo, watching my dough. Sipping it slow, them pretty saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive ole. Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. Swear to only give you hot every day. Afraid of us, you know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on. This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear for us. It's too much of us, it's dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip on squad is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Hold your breath, we swinging it from right to left. With the wide left, we hot to death. Staying alive, you know only the strongest survive. Holding my heat under my seat, whipping the fire. Baseline for all of my people moving around. Give me your pound, all of my holding it down. Cutting you up, the new rocking you up. Well, my black hole sucking you up. Back in the days, used to be Now I'm holding several money market accounts. Blaze the street, and then I would just like to announce. Feeling my groove, my jigger jigger, making you bounce. Others is fair, me and my breaking the bread. Straight getting it, we got hole in your head. Afraid of us, you know this ain't the game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on, this is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us.
Shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 23, Ben McLemore. And forward, 6'9", from Purdue, number 24, Carl Landry. At the other guard position, at 6'0".
The Warriors come out to play at Arco Arena here in Northern California. You look at Golden State, their offense came out big in Saturday's game. And Sacramento making some changes. Evans comes in for Carl Landry, and Miller's subbed in for Ben McLemore. Lee's checked in for the Warriors. Setting the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. And it's Lee in at the 5 down low.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward.
Kings making a change here. Banks is checked in. Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most boards in the last month of the NBA. Number 1, Steph Curry.
Well, it's a dimension to his game that we rarely see at that position. But he places a lot of emphasis on doing whatever it takes to contribute, even on the boards.
And that's why so many people around the league are big fans of his, Steve, because of his willingness to mix it up down low as well as run the show from the perimeter.
Draymond Green last season slimmed down to about 230 pounds. Pretty remarkable how he's transformed his body since his freshman season at Michigan State. And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Outside Curry, and it's all evened up. Curry's got 6 points.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Outside Banks. From beyond the arc, Warriors with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
Well, they won last time, and it wasn't even close, largely because they caused so much foul trouble that they were playing against a makeshift lineup for a lot of the game. This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
From the arc, count the bucket. He has 5.
What a terrific job to get the release perfect that time. I thought it might get blocked or deflected, but nice stroke.
Even with giving up a lot of size in that matchup, still able to get off a nice long-range shot there.
Going back to what Steve was talking about, once the fouls started piling up, Clark, on the other side, things really got out of hand.
Yeah, it really got ugly, got messy, and it did so in a hurry. And at that point, you just knew they didn't have the weapons to get back into it.
Gay in the corner. Back to Banks. Tries a 3. Kicks it out to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Green. Cousins dishes to Banks. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay. Adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thanks again, Doris. Sacramento making a switch here. Hollins is checked in. Livingston kicks to Curry. Baseline J on the way.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Banks with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Launches it. And down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from Banks. Banks has got 8 points. Golden State's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Lee passes to Curry. Again, Curry missing. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they need to play it smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
Gay left side. Back to Banks. Miller outside. He tries for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Livingston dishes to Green. Green with a screen for Curry. And Holiday has it in the corner. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Lee. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game for the Kings, guys.
And you get a chance early on to see their depth. They got a nice effort from their bench players early in this game.
Yeah, Steve, I tell you what, their subs have really packed the punch for them so far.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's Lee and Bogut inside. Livingston is out there with Barbosa. And it's Holiday in at the 3 slot. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game. Man, he's almost putting on a little show out there with that. That fadeaway jumper.
The Warriors trailing.
The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy. They're sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs. Andrew Bogut can really protect the rim. So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
Last outing for Sacramento, they won that game against the Pacers in Indiana.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
Goes up on the high post. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Landry kicks to McLemore. No good on the triple. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Barbosa passes to Livingston. Here's Bogut, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
McLemore dishes to Collison. Pass to McLemore. Feeds to Banks from downtown. That's good. Banks has got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Lee, a screen on Collison. And Holiday has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Holiday's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Jason Thompson is checked in for Sacramento. In State, Thompson comes in for Sean Livingston. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. It's Banks with the drive. From deep, McLemore. That's good. McLemore's got 6 points.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Barbosa against Banks. Barbosa kicks to Thompson. Nice job coming off that screen.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
It's Banks with the drive, and he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 15. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Barbosa against Banks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Jason Thompson. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach.
Cover somebody.
Ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Kings.
Yes, Kevin, here with Steph.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the...
Let's go, you're up.
My time.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Ben McLemore is out there with Collison. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
Good. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean,
And let's take a quick look now at the numbers for Gay. He's averaging 18 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Curry outside. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cousins has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Outside Banks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Gay. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern. Repeated ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him to such a bargain extension. But when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player. Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Andrew Bogut possesses really great size and above-average athleticism, but I really think it's his basketball IQ that sets him apart. He's got outstanding instincts, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
You talk about Bogut's IQ of the game. Steve, a great passer offensively.
He is. He's one of those guys who has a good feel for the game. He sets good screens. He understands angles. He's got a lot of veteran tricks about him. You know, things that maybe the referees don't catch. So a guy who can really help your team win.
Nobody near Barnes. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Kings leading now by 4. Outside Banks. Screen by Cousins. It's Banks with the drive. Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's Banks. They get it back.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Thompson for three. Shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Banks, no good.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's Cousins, and the layup's good off the glass. Cousins has got 15. The Warriors trailing. Curry kicks to Bogut. Bogut sends a screen for Thompson. The Kings shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Outside Banks. And McLemore now atop the key. 6 to shoot. And he gets it to go. And 12 points for Rudy Gay.
That's been a great day for him. And if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Doubled by Banks. Sacramento with the ball. Kings leading now by 4. Puts up a 3. Count the bucket. Banks has got 18 points. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a five-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The pass to Cousins. Now here's McLemore. 9 points in the game so far. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Bogut. Now it's sent it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, Draymond Green, a second-round pick in 2012, but his tough defense and high basketball IQ have earned him minutes. He said, quote, "I never cared about stats, and I still don't. My goal is to have an impact on the game. Sometimes you have the biggest impact with plays that don't show up in the stats. Those are the plays I live for." Great attitude, Kevin.
A real gamer, Doris. He loves the game. Thanks.
You know, last season, the Sacramento Kings crowd set a world record for the loudest roar at an indoor sports stadium. Talk about analytics being on display. Here's a case in point, folks. 126 decibels. Now, 127 is where you can cause permanent hearing loss. My hope and prayer is that the record stays at 126.
There's Green with the 3. It's rebounded by McLemore. The Kings shooting around 40% from the floor here. Screen by Cousins. Here's Banks. That's short off the rim.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
The Kings shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. He drains the quick shot. Banks has got 20 points.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Gay outside. And Rudy Gay with the slam.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Curry passes to Barnes. No good from Bogut.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And the Kings check on 2 more. Warriors trail by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Doubled by Banks. Green kicks to Curry from about 19 feet, and that one's good. Curry's got 16 points.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
It's Gay on the way. Back to Banks from the arc. That's good. Banks has got the lead up to 7 now for Sacramento. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Curry attacking. Banks with the block. They get it back. Gay outside. And the Kings check on 2 more.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
They get it back.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Banks dishes to Gay. He kicks it to Landry. The baseline J. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I like that. Attack and create the contact.
Very nearly had an and one opportunity there. Good aggressive move.
For Sacramento, they have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12.
Well, they're doing okay as a season.
That's how we do it. Good work.
All day long.
He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Sacramento, Thompson, he's checked in for Evans. Ben McLemore comes in for Carl Landry. And Banks is subbed in for Darren Collison. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Barnes and Lee are the 3 and 4. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot.
Now looks like they're comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
And for the Kings, they're shooting 40% in the fourth. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That one is off. And the Warriors making a change here.
Banks.
He hits the second from the line. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Livingston passes to Holiday. To stop the run, and that's 2 points on the layup. Here's Banks. No good. And so...
Yes, Kevin, we'll root to you.
Check it out.
Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Miller.
All right, you're up.
Hollins has checked in, and it's Evans in for Carl Landry. And then for Dallas, Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Nowitzki. Harris comes in for Monte Ellis. And Barea subbed in for Rajon Rondo. On the court for the Mavericks, Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Chandler. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Harris in at the 2 spot. And Banks is subbed in for Sacramento. And we saw him out here a while back. Had to fight to get his shot, but he impressed the team enough to get another 10-day contract.
Well, you know, you have to take it a step at a time if you're in his situation. And as much as he'd like to start celebrating, he needs to keep his focus and continue to find ways to help this team out.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Skinny. coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. The next thing he talked about was the pace he'd like to see them playing at offensively. He wants it to be a fast-paced game, pushing tempo all the time. They clearly have a lot of work ahead of them today, but time is on their side right now. We'll see how it pans out for them.
And thank you, Doris.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively built through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July. Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Aminu with it. Evans picks him up. Really left alone that time. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They are making some noise from downtown, guys.
And they've got themselves a very nice lead to show for it.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 7 points for Skinny. Mavericks leading by 10. Barea kicks to Harris. And it's Gay with the rebound. Kings have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Outside Banks. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Banks has got 10 points in the game.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Barea dishes to Aminu. Here is Barea, defended by Banks. A nice shot by Barea.
Boy, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Andre Miller's checked in for Ben McLemore.
He had a chance to check out Chandler Parsons here. He's really set himself apart. You see how he matches up numbers-wise. 13th in field goal percentage, 15th in scoring, and his three-point field goal accuracy has been really impressive. He's ranked in the top 15.
You know, talking again about his field goal percentage, Steve, I mean, that's really been a strong suit for him, an area of strength in his game, and he's basically been efficiently and reliably scoring.
Harris kicks to Barea. Back to Harris. 6 to shoot. From 13, Banks with the block.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Dallas.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Kings.
Rudy Gay traded twice in the last couple of seasons. Really, it was his big contract that led to him being dealt. Because Gay is a quality player, but the feeling was his production just didn't live up to the cost. I'll tell you what, he's come into this game with the long-range stroke from the three-point line looking really solid.
Up top, Barea, covered by Banks. Lets the three fly. Another miss by Barea.
And Gay traded from the Raptors to the Kings in December. Really, he had one of his best seasons once he was in Sacramento.
Thompson with the bucket.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Barea, the pass to Harris. Rebound by the Kings. Gay's got his third rebound tonight.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dishes to Aminu. Hands it from downtown. Aminu's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Banks. Can't get it to go. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Substitution here for Sacramento. Hollins is checked in. Evans comes in for Jason Thompson. McLemore's checked in for Miller. And Banks is subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Dallas, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Nowitzki. Harris comes in for Monte Ellis. And Barea subbed in for Rajon Rondo. On the floor for Dallas, Al Farouk Amino is out there with Chandler Parsons. And it's Chandler. And there's J.J. Barea. And it's Harris in at shooting guard.
As opposed to the first quarter, they're doing a much better job from behind the arc here in the second. They're starting to heat up a little bit, percolate from behind that three-point line. And as a result, they're chipping away at that lead.
Parsons dishes to Barea. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
J.J. Barea, quick scoring guard, great attacking off of pick and rolls. And for his size, I'll tell you what, he has an impressive ability to finish around the rim.
And for Barea, at just 6 feet, a scrappy defender, Clark. He plays in close, and he's a master of drawing charges.
Yeah, you know, the league actually cracked down on him a little bit. One of the players singled out for flopping, and that's mitigated one of his best defensive weapons.
Back to Gay. 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. While we're in this quick break and out to the small forward position and the hottest shooters among them over the last month. Chandler Parsons, number 1.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that well, not at center, but at small forward, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
That is so true, Steve. From 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, his touch is really on target from any distance.
That one goes. That's 10 points for Ben McLemore.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Barea with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in Oakland. Dallas moving the ball around. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Harris. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Harris has got 5 now. The Kings trail by 6. Outside Banks. And a miss there on the triple. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Barea kicks to Harris. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Banks, no good. Mavericks leading by 8. And here is Harris. He's got 7. The pass to Barea. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. If you look at Sacramento, right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, there's Dallas, a half game back.
Checking out Dallas and looking at where they are, you know, it has not been the kind of season they had mapped out for themselves. Their sights were definitely set a little higher than what they've achieved.
Well, it's not been a total disaster, Clark. They're still perched in a spot where they can make a move, but they're going to have to do so pretty quickly.
The shot's good from Banks.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Dallas again missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Barea. Sacramento grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
Chandler a screen.
Checking out the game J.J. Barea is having. He's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Now, a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
And both free throws good for Barea.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Gay passes to Banks. Puts up a 3. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Barea dishes to Harris. Pass to Aminu. Takes a 3. No good. Got it off in time. Can't get it to go.
Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
We just have to wait for the right shot, really. We want to get even with them, but too often we're trying to do it all in one trip. If we stay patient and keep waiting for that can't-miss shot, we'll be all right.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. Such a big part of the first half was the scoring punch we got off the bench. That gave us a whole other element that they just didn't have the ability to deal with. Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need. Some changes here for the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Thompson. Evans comes in for Carl Landry. And Miller's subbed in for Ben McLemore. And then for Dallas, Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Chandler. Felton comes in for Monte Ellis. Evan Harris is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Evans. Then it's Miller. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Collison in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Evans kicks to Banks. Harris on the double team. And it's Miller penetrating. And he drops it in from the low post. Miller's got the lead up to 3 now for Sacramento. Mavericks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Nowitzki sets a screen for Felton. The shot is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Mavericks trail by 6. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. Baseline try, and he gets it to go. Nowitzki's got 9 points here in the second half.
Coach Rick Carlisle is really a competitive guy. He's hardworking and brings a razor-sharp intensity to the job. A former NBA player himself, but he's not what you would call a player's coach. At least he doesn't fit that description as we become accustomed to hearing it applied. He's not buddy-buddy with this guy. He is clearly all business.
Nowitzki a screen. Harris kicks to Aminu. Shot clock at 6. And it's Harris off the drive. Good! 9 points for Chandler Parsons. And Steve, when you played, was it important really to have a coach who really connected with players on the floor? Or was it all about business?
No, I think it's important to connect with your players on a personal level. You need to get to know them, and they need to get to know you. There's got to be a healthy amount of trust for the relationships to work.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, who wouldn't like a raise of over 17 times their current salary? That's what Chandler Parsons received this offseason, going from making under $1 million a season to earning 3 years, $46 million. And Kevin, Parsons was a steal at his prior salary, but at $15 million a season, he'll need to continue.
Still young with a very versatile game. Doris, thank you. J.J. Barea is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Here's Banks. Knocks down the 3-ball. Banks has got 33 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Barea kicks to Parsons. Nowitzki with the screen on Evans. Nowitzki outside. Barea, the pass to Parsons. Lets it go from deep. Barea, no good.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Gay dishes to Banks. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Here's Evans. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Sacramento making a switch here. Hollins is checked in.
Reggie Evans 2 seasons ago posting the best rebound rate in NBA history among regular contributors. Even better than Dennis Rodman. That ought to tell you he is a beast on the boards.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Banks kicks to Miller. He dishes it to Gay. Gay gets a screen from Banks. Gay passes to Miller. Outside Banks. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Miller's got 5 assists tonight.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. Good on the 13-footer. Nowitzki's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
It's Banks with the drive. That's good. Banks has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Kings.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Kings on top. They're up by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie, and the truck for showing. But it's passing like this that makes the basket.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Gay comes in for Jason Thompson. And Dallas with a change here, too. Harris is checked in. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. They've got Harris. Rajon Rondo is out there with J.J. Barea. And it's Chandler. And it's Ellis at power forward.
You know, they haven't.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
And he gets it to go. And now it's 27 points for Nowitzki.
Well, second chance points are not easy to come by, but when you work as hard as he has today, it becomes a lot easier.
Gay against Parsons. It's Banks with the drive. Gay outside. Good on the triple. Gay's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Parsons outside. There's Ellis with the 3-ball. Second chance shot. Chandler's shot. Good.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Banks, no good. Mavericks trail by 13. Parsons with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 17 points here in the second half. Cousins dishes to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. They set the pick. Here's Banks. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Banks has got 39. Dallas now running out of time.
And clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Sacramento.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And in this season series, it becomes an emphatic 3-game sweep this year. So they have to feel pretty good about how dominant they've been in this matchup against the Mavericks.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Skinny. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
McLemore, the pass to Banks. Gay with it. Now Chandler defending. And Cousins gets it to go.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Harris kicks to Parsons. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
For 3.
Here's Banks. Off on that one. And so it's Sacramento. Easily grabbing this one.
Yes, I'm here with Darren.
Reach out, touch faith. Jesus.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost. Look upon your greatness and she'll send the call out, 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 send call the ladies out, they're in their finery. 100 jewels on flowers, 100.
dozen games. The crowd is assembled here at the Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City, Utah to cheer on the Jazz. He's just one for the Jazz. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gobert. And it's Exum in for Trey Burke. And a change for the Kings. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Carl Landry. On the floor for Sacramento, Rudy Gay is up there with Evans. Then it's McLemore. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Collison at the point guard position.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Aaron Collison.
A moment here now to check out the numbers for McLemore. Averaging about 11 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
6 to shoot. Exum with a wide open look. Another miss by Utah.
Well, Ben McLemore seen as perhaps a steal when the Kings selected him 7th overall in last year's draft, but his rookie season was a colossal disappointment defensively and offensively. He really struggled to contribute.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. So both teams making some changes here.
At the line for 2.
Both shots good from the stripe.
They find themselves down here in the first, and a lot of that can be attributed to the early foul trouble.
Miller kicks to Banks. Miller outside. They set the screen. Back to Banks. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Banks has got it all tied up now for the Kings. Now, here's Exum, covered by Banks. Exum kicks to Hayward. Baseline jumper, and that's good off the glass that time. Hayward's got 6 points. Here's Banks. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. He dishes it to Evans. He kicks to Miller. Outside Banks. There's a good screen. 5 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. Gay can't get it. To go.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
And Booker kicks to Hayward. Miller with the double team. Here's Ingles. Another shot, and it's Favors laying it in. Favors got 10 points in the game.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
The Kings trail by 4. We'll now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Quinn Snyder. Doris?
He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay. Adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top, and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Outside Banks. That 3 off the mark. Utah leading by 3. 1:09 left to play here in the first. Exum kicks to Hayward. Three-pointer. Sacramento grabs the miss. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You know, their shooting percentage in that game, you look at the box score, it's just off the charts. I watched the tape. It was mostly because their offensive execution was flawless.
Yeah, they did such a really nice job of moving the ball side to side, opened up the court for them. It makes it tough for the defense when you spread out and move the ball the way they did, and they got high-quality shots as a result.
Banks falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Banks has got 7. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Exum passes to Ingles. Inside to Favors. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Jazz have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Well, they've been a relatively poor free throw shooting team, about 72% as a unit.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Jeremy Evans is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Hood in at the small forward position. Pass to Burke. Shot clock at 6. Wide open. Here's Gobert. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Remember, that last matchup went right down to the wire before they pulled it out. And I thought the big difference was the contribution this team got from its bench.
Burks kicks to Evans. Burks sets a screen for Evans. Burks in the corner. That one falls coming off Burks' feet.
And he gets a 3 of his own. Good answer there.
Yeah, and he's not scared to trade shots like that.
A second ago, Steve made mention of the nail biter these two teams played when they last saw each other, Clark.
Yeah, and I'd agree with this, guys. What won them the game was their depth. They didn't have to rely on just a few guys. They got a little bit from a lot of players.
Jazz trail by 5. On the wing, Evans. And Burke has it in the corner. Gets to the corner and buries it. Burke's got 8 points.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Banks. And another 3 for Sacramento.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open 3-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
The feed now to Miller. Back to Banks. Let's go. Rebound, Utah. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
That game really got out of control for them. And, you know, when the lead got big, it seemed like they just mailed it in. That was the disappointing part.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, until their mindset improves, Steve, that's exactly what's going to happen to them against better teams in the league.
They get it back. Cousins. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
A different look for Utah. Trevor Booker comes in for Jeremy Evans. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Hood. Carl Landry's checked in for the Kings. Collison comes in for Andre Miller. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Burke.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Burks with the double team. Burks with the steal. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. Hayward can't hit.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Well, the Utah Jazz enjoy what has long been considered one of the best home court advantages in the NBA here at Energy Solutions Arena. You combine the altitude with these rowdy fans, tough place to get a road win.
3 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Ben McLemore.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. Marcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, Traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette, and then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, and another Jayhawk in 13, Ben McLemore.
Yeah, McLemore struggled a bit in his rookie season. Aside from Cousins, not the difference makers you'd hope for to this point. We'll see if this year's any different for him.
This is to Burks. Doubled by Banks. Here's Hayward. The Jazz again can't hit it.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Banks kicks to Collison. And Landry throws it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
From deep, another three that time. A beautiful shot from Banks. And now a 9-point Kings lead.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Kicks it to Hayward. He feeds it to Burks. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. Pass to Booker from downtown, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one, and he can extend the lead to double digits. There's the pick. Hayward with the ball. Now defended by McLemore. The shot by Hayward, wide open. Cans the shot from the wing. Hayward's got 10 points. So both teams making some changes here. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. It's Sacramento leading by 3. And a chance now.
Yes, guys, I'm here.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. On the court for Sacramento. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Then McLemore is out there with Collison. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
The Kings making a switch here.
And now look at Ben McLemore. Some stats on him. His last 10 games, he's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team, those numbers are going to have to be better than just decent.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burke-Burks backcourt. Try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But, you know, Kevin, these two have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers. And I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And, you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run the team effectively.
Here's Burke. And that misses. That would have put him up.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Here's Banks. Off target from 3-point range. Utah trailing here. Passes to Burks. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Alec Burks, really known as a slasher coming into the NBA out of Colorado. His outside shooting was questioned, but he's put in the work. And he's become a solid 3-point shooter. Still young, he's only going to get better and better.
And Burke at 6'6", good quickness and ball handling ability, Clark, and he can play points in a pinch.
And you know, Kevin, the Jazz asked him to play there at times in the past. Combo guard skills with legit shooting guard size. That's a lethal package.
And he gets it to go. Burks has got the game tied up here for Utah. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Banks, trying his luck deep. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night for the lead. Misses the layup. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Banks, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, thank you, Kevin. There are a lot of questions as to how Dante Exum will develop as a player. He has the skill to be a 2-guard, but grew up playing point guard. He would prefer the point, saying that's the position that has got me here. That's what I want to be going forward. We'll see if the coaches agree, Kevin.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Doris. For the 3, they get the rebound. Cousins, nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Burke kicks to Gobert. There's a screen. Now the dish to Burke. Clock at 6. A stupendous finish in trap. Burke's got 12 in the game.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he... canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy. A chance here to see how the Kings rank in the NBA right now. 3rd in shooting percentage, 7th in three-point field goal percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
Well, to me, the name of the game is putting the ball in the basket when all is said and done. And you look at those shooting numbers that you just talked about, Clark, that makes this team really difficult to defend. They're getting smart offensive possessions time and time again. And when you get high percentage shots and you knock them down, you're going to be tough to beat.
Banks with the block.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And there's the pass to Landry. Back to Banks. Feeds to McLemore. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Banks, no good.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
Burke with it. He's got 12. And Favors kicks to Hayward. Off target with his 3. The Kings have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from Banks. And it's a 3-point Sacramento lead. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Burks dishes to Gobert. And stolen by Cousins. Banks passes to Cousins. Back to Banks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Kings. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And checking out Utah, just way behind.
Seeing where the Jazz are, they've proven they have a long way to go if they're going to be a competitive team in this league.
And even if they weren't expected to play at a high level this year, I think most people felt they were capable of being better than what they're showing right now.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
Cousins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Cousins has got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Exum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He kicks it to Booker. And it takes him in the corner, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line. And
That's the way to move the ball.
So the Kings win it. They pulled off this win, Clark, with
Darren, obviously.
Because it's the middle of the night, that don't mean I won't hunt you down. 'Cause something deep inside is pulling me and I want you now. You and I should be getting it right. Ain't no sense in you running around. If I can't have you. Nobody there, just an animal speaking that'll hunt you down. So baby, my love is calling. Hey, baby, my love is calling. Hey, baby. Love is calling. Hey, baby, my love is calling. My TV, and I
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Jazz in Utah. Checked in for Sacramento. And for the Suns, Wright is checked in for Alex Len. Granger comes in for Morris, and it's Gerald Green in for Eric Bledsoe. On the court for the Suns, Danny Granger out there with PJ Tucker.
Here's a look at some stats for McLemore. His last 10 games, he's right around 9 points a night, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
Unloads, and a little buck that time, but it drops. And now a 4-point Kings lead. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And the Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. All preventative maintenance. Looking at the Kings over the last month, let's see how they